Hello everyone. Let me loosen up a bit because I'm pretty sure apparently you may have watched my bloopers, so you know how many mistakes I do, right? So let's be honest. This is my first and final cut, final take. Okay. So yeah, let's start from first. Hello everyone. This is Katie. Welcome to Life Loosened Up, and today we are going to have a conversation about a concept called community fridge with Muffazal Shakir, who is co-founder of Amhafa and does a lot of social services. I have given all his information in the description section of this video. Please don't forget to check it out after watching this video. So a brief thing about community fridge, it is basically installing a fridge in your community and sharing the food with the people who are in need. Like you are hungry, just go and pick it up. You have too many leftovers at home, just pick up that food and keep it in that fridge. A brief history about community fridge is that it made a debut in Berlin, Germany 5 years ago. After watching a documentary called Taste the Waste by Valerie Thurn, who found out that average German throws out around 176 pound of food every year. A big shout out to one of my viewers, Harshada. Thank you so much, Harshada, who opened my eyes like anything and told me the concept about community fridge. And that made me talk with Shakil Mufaddal sir. So, without further ado, let's get on the video. But before that, guys, please don't forget to subscribe to our channel.
Welcome to yet another episode of Life Loosened Up. This is your host, Katie, running the show to spread the awareness and share some meaningful conversations with the hope of making small changes in someone's life. Guest for today is Muffazal Shakir sir, who is co-founder of AMAFA, All Men's and Women Association for Helping Humanity Always. And we'll be having a conversation about community fridge, which was an eye-opener for me. So without further ado, welcome to our show, sir. How are you feeling today?
Hi, fine. All okay. How are you?
I'm doing well too, sir. So straight up to my first question, sir. Can you just explain to my viewers about the concept of community fridge?
Community fridge is a fridge for all, where the giver doesn't know who's the taker and the taker doesn't know who's the giver.
Hmm.
It's in everywhere. That means when you're doing community service, you should not do it with the intention of showing people what you are doing. You have to do everything quietly. This is the main concept. You give with one hand, the other hand doesn't know. So any person who has extra food, or means request people to make fresh food. If you have five people in the house, make it for six people. One portion, keep it for the person who doesn't have food in the community fridge. Any person who is hungry can open the fridge and pick up whatever he wants, and so that he doesn't stay hungry.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And sir, what are the challenges you face um, to have this community fridge? I'm pretty sure there are many challenges to install this community fridge. What are the challenges you face so far? You can just tell us the 5 challenges you face so far.
Challenges in every field is there. Without challenges, nothing is easy. Without challenges, you don't find it also interesting. The first challenge is the finance.
Okay.
Everybody is not ready to finance the thing. There are a lot of questions asked, like what are you all doing, where are you all putting, who is going to take. When we answer that, then we have a challenge of where to put the fridge, because wherever we are putting a community fridge, we don't do without government permissions, because we just don't want the fridge to be on the road and nobody taking care of it.
Mm-hmm.
So we make sure the person, wherever we put a fridge, it's like somebody adopts the fridge, that area adopts the fridge, so they look after the fridge. The third thing is means we need require people. We need to spread awareness of the community fridge to everyone. So going to places and telling everybody to this concept is very new over here in India,
Right.
of community fridge. It's not that we are the first ones. There are a lot of other people who have kept community fridge, but we are spreading the awareness and the concept on a larger scale. A lot of people are not aware of the concept, so we are spreading the thing that what is a community fridge and how it should be helpful it will be helpful to everyone. It is giving food with dignity. Person who wants to give food, the person who wants to take the food, he can take it with dignity. There's no shame in taking the community fridge, because there is the stomach. The concept is like everybody wakes up hungry, but nobody should sleep hungry. Means we are trying to spread this concept to everybody, and hopefully this concept will spread everywhere, and there'll be more givers than takers in future.
Awesome. Really good. I mean, what made you start all these social services, sir? Did you stay hungry ever in your life? Because I had that, those one of my experiences. I was in Mumbai in around 2007 or something. There was a time I had just 20 rupees in my pocket, and I had just one vada pav and chai with me. So I completely, remember those days. I mean, but I did not. I wasn't hungry, you know. I filled my stomach. I slept after that. But like, what was your turning point? Like now you felt ki now I have to start social services.
Ketan, one thing I would like to say is that it's God's blessings. The situation has never come in my life where I have stayed hungry. And I have, by God's grace, I have always had family support, and I've been brought up in a good family background. So like, and I'm always stayed with my family. So there has never been that. I'm very happy and I'm blessed because of that.
Mhm.
The social service I'm being doing since the school time, say about since the first grade. I used to
Mhm.
always collect money for the needy, and that social service thing always was there inside me. This pandemic corona thing has taught us a lot. It's not only helped me realize what exactly it is being blessed this way.
Mhm.
There are a lot of people who are facing a lot of issues because of this pandemic, and there are a lot of homeless people, hungry people. So this awakened us, okay, that we have to do something for our people. We saw people on the roads walking back to their villages, means thousands of miles away. So they said that we should do something for them. And during the
Mhm.
pandemic, when there was an entire lockdown in India, I
Mhm.
used to go down, and from the very first day, I used to go down to places where there was no person who was giving food over there.
Mhm.
Last, say about 70 75 days, first, the first 75 days I was always on the ground from morning 10 o'clock to evening 6 o'clock, handing
Wow.
over rationing kits to everybody.
Mhm.
And it's not only me. I have a team. I have a co-founder with me, which is Zora Morbiwala. She
Mhm.
also was helping the same way. And certain times, we always short of funds. So she used to ask me for funds, and I used to ask her for funds when we were short of funds. uh, and then she brought up this concept that we are doing social work on an individual basis. Why don't we join hands and give a name to our organization, and we start a MAFA? This was just, it just started off, and he said, okay, fine, we join hands. And
Mhm.
in a short period of time, we have 97 members currently. And
Awesome.
we, as a social service organization, are doing a lot of social work, ration distributing, clothes distribution, cataract operations. We are giving scholarships to people, deserving students. A community fridge is a prime project of us, and that also is catching up very well.
Mhm.
uh, like, means every month we have different projects, and we hand over the projects to different members of our community, of our organization, who handle it very well. It's entire teamwork. Me and Zora are just the faces of
Mhm.
Amafa, but the team works. The face is visible only when the team works.
Exactly. That's a really nice point. Awesome. So if I want to start a community fridge, what are the
Mhm.
steps that I have to take? Like, can
You
you?
want to start a community? You want to?
Yes.
Yeah, community fridge is like, it's not just putting up a fridge. That's
Right.
50% of the work. The
Right.
other 50% work, which is more important, is we have to make sure that location is proper.
Mhm.
The food is that the community fridge has to have food inside. It's no
Mhm.
point putting a fridge when there is no food inside.
Mhm.
When you put and you have to spread the concept around, like, everybody has to know what is the community fridge for. You just put a fridge and no food inside, and the people around you don't know what is the fridge for, then it is
Mhm.
useless.
I see. So I cannot start my own community fridge sitting here in US. I cannot
Uh,
invest in it. Is there any way
no,
I can do it something from here?
you can you have to have somebody over here. You cannot just put a fridge outside your house.
That's what I
People
mean.
should
If
know.
if I talk to you and if I ask you to
Mhm.
have a community fridge, then how do I do that? Like, what are the steps? What I need to do? How much I need to pay? And what steps I have to do, like in terms of maintenance and all that stuff? Because I don't have anyone in Mumbai who can, help you out in this. Like whether your community will help me out in this if I pay you some amount.
Yeah, one thing, community means it's not a particular community. We
I
are an
see.
organization which we have people from different caste, religion, and we don't differentiate in that.
Mm,
Hungerness is in everybody. Everybody stay it's not based on this community is always hungry.
right.
We entertain Hindus, Muslims, Christians, Parsis, everybody. Whoever's hungry, it's just to open the fridge and take it. If you want to
Mm,
put in a fridge and if you want to do it through our organization, you
mm,
have to, we have a particular amount which we
I
take
see.
as a, it includes the fridge amount, it
Hmm.
includes the cage amount, it
Okay.
includes the, we put around, but right now we have around about 8 community fridges which are under our banner, and lot
Mm,
many which we have collaborated with Nesh and other social service organizations. Uh, we make sure the food is there, always there in the fridge, but sometimes we see that there are more takers than the givers, so the fridge is also sometimes empty. But that doesn't
oh,
mean disappoint us, because it look, because we keep around about 300 to 500 packets in most of the fridges,
okay.
uh, in total. So when the
Right.
fridge is empty, that inspires us to put more food inside, and
Oh.
we are spreading a word. It's not only the means extra leftovers you can put inside. Certain people want to celebrate the birthdays. Like we take them, we have women entrepreneurs who, because of the lockdown, they started home cooking food. So we
Mm,
take 50 packets, 100 packets from them. So their house also runs through that.
mm,
And we put the fridge, means if you want to celebrate an anniversary with the poor people, so certain
mm.
people, they gave us, put 50 packets through us. We want to feed 50 people.
Right,
Some people
right.
give us 100 packets. So we put that in our fridges, community
Mm.
fridges.
Oh, okay.
And
So,
our community fridges is for open for all. It is not for any particular religion. We are a
mhm,
very open-minded society, uh, and it's open for everybody.
I see. So there is one question which is on my tip of my tongue from last few seconds here. So this happens with me a lot. So there are a lot of leftover food at home, but I'm
Mhm.
scared of giving it to someone because what if something happens to them? If, because a lot of food poisoning issues are going around the country wherever you go. But I'm just scared, like whether I should give that food to someone or I should throw it. Because for example, last week I was about to go to some vacation. I had to do some kind of thing, so I just wasted it and I just trashed it. So I felt bad for that. So what do you recommend, sir? I mean, do I taste the food, check how it is, and then give it to someone?
we
How is it? How, yeah, how you,
we
what's your
advise,
perspective on that?
yeah, there's a main concern of that. A lot of people are not joining hands because the poison, they
Yes.
ask food poisoning can happen. But we say whatever you and me can eat, it's just not the throwaway food. If you can put in fresh food, there's nothing like it.
Mm,
And we don't want people to put the wrong kind of food. We have started this amafa with a right intention of feeding the hungry. So
mm,
let's have the positive attitude that nobody should fall sick. And
I see.
we people maintain the fridge on a we send somebody to clean up the fridge and make sure the
Okay.
food is proper every 2 days. So whatever
Mm,
food is left, means once you keep the food in the fridge,
mm,
we make sure that the food is not picked up in a couple of days. We dispose it off.
okay. That's really nice.
So like
I,
we try to avoid stale food in that. And currently what we see is what we see in through the community fridge is that people prefer the homemade food rather than the cooked food from outside. And we make sure that no stale food remains in the fridge for a couple of days.
Nice. And do you have someone constantly checking the fridge checking the fridge, like as in some security guard or something? Because there might be a lot of people who might be, picking a lot of food, right? So, do you
Yeah,
restrict any people to have just one packet per member or something like that?
yeah, your question is very right. Since this concept is new, as I said,
Uh,
there are more takers than the givers.
right.
And like when they see when the people who want to try to take the food, it's a new concept. So when they see
Mm,
the food, they try to take more. But then means when any of our members are around, we make sure we tell them that try to take two stuff,
mm,
fill your stomach. Means you think about the others who also are not getting food. We try
mm,
to stop them. Means usually it's open for everything. But then
mm.
like we try to tell them, like there is other people also waiting for food. Don't take
Mhm.
everything. So then other people stays hungry. But
Right.
that is only when we are around. But when we are not around, it's a new concept. Means
I know.
the people are not sure that they will receive food in the evening or no.
Uh-huh.
Once they know that the food is regularly kept,
Uh-huh.
they'll start slowing down. And we are hopeful that they'll understand the concept. And when they'll get the food every day, they will not pick up in a big bulks.
Right. Awesome. And my final question to you, sir, do you have any advice for my viewers for Community Fridge? Any advice that you want to give it to my viewers who are watching these episodes?
uh, I would only say like everybody lives for themselves, but that is not a life. Means when you start giving to the society, you'll see the society growing also, and getting you'll be getting so many blessings if you do so for somebody else. Just don't live for yourself. Live for everybody. Like you live life only once. Everybody does for themselves, but don't. You do for yourself, but do for the society also. If you move, the political leaders always say "sabka saath,
Exactly.
sabka vikas." But when will these things happen? When we take a step forward.
Yep. Well, those were my only questions, sir. Thank you so much for coming to my show. Thank you so much for your time, sir.
Yeah. Thank you for inviting me as a MAFA member. Me, Muffazal, Shakir, and Zora Morbiwala, the founders of this, and we make sure that our fridges reach not only in Bombay, all over Maharashtra, all over India. Hopefully in US too.
Yes,
Hopefully.
hopefully for sure, sir. I'm there to help you for sure, sir.
Thank
Yeah.
Yeah.
So for my
Okay.
viewers, all the handles of sir are in my description. So please go through it and connect with sir if you want, if you have any questions to him. Thank you so much. And please don't forget to subscribe to my channel.